Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about weight loss, and specifically weight loss for women in their midlife. I am 52 years old and I have been on a weight loss program for this entire year of 2018. So I'm going to get into some numbers at the end of this whole entire video. So stay in with me and I will let you know some numbers of where I started and where I am now. So I am going to give you 11 kind of game-changing things or things that I have implemented throughout this past year that have really helped me to lose over 50 pounds. So I'm going to go into why I chose the program I did, which I will say right now is Weight Watchers. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel, I would really love it if you went ahead and pushed that button there and did the bell so you're notified when I post my next video, because I have some follow-up videos to this one that you're going to want to tune into, because there's some more things that have been so helpful to me in this past year. So definitely subscribe and let's get into the 11 things that were really important to my weight loss so far. The number one thing I will say is choose a program that you can stick to for the rest of your life. When I was on South Beach is not a bad diet. I'm not saying it is. It's relatively healthy, but it just was not sustainable for me in my life. And you need to know what is sustainable for you. It just wasn't for me. And obviously, because I went off it, gained the whole 50 pounds back plus another 20. So that was not a good thing. And so obviously this is not something that was sustainable for me. So look throughout your program and really choose a program that you don't have to make changes to, except slight changes when you've reached your goal weight, and then you can keep going from that point forward. Number two, choose a program that does not cut out a food group. This is why I say this. When I was on South Beach, it was very much a low carb. Now, True South Beach does not say to cut out all carbs, but it is very high in protein, low in carb. And I actually eat a lot like that now, but it's not there are no taboo foods. On South Beach, there were taboo foods. Weight Watchers does not cut out any food, which is wonderful. I don't have to think to myself, well, I'm not allowed to eat that. I can eat anything I want. I have to plan it, obviously, but I can eat anything I want. So that was huge to me. So I really encourage you, when you are looking at a program, to choose a program that does not cut out any food. That's exactly the thing that you're going to crave, because, oh my word, I craved bread so much. Now, do I still crave bread? Yeah. Do I eat a lot of it? No, I don't, because let's face it, it just isn't good for you. But there are times that I totally am like, that's all I want. So I have to think it through and I have to plan for it. And it's okay. I go ahead and have that bread and then I'm fine because I've thought it through and I've planned it. Number three, have go-to foods that are extremely healthy. And on Weight Watchers, that means very low points. So let me explain a little bit of Weight Watchers if you do not know what Weight Watchers is. And I'm not going to give it a huge time here because you guys can go on their website and really research it. But basically, Weight Watchers is on a point system. You're given a certain amount of points based on the current weight you are when you start, your activity level, and your age. And I think it's whether you are male or female as well, because that does make a difference. And it does those point values and you count the points. Now, with Weight Watchers, there's a whole bunch of foods that are 0 points or very low points. And some of them are amazing. And that is the reason I chose this program. With Weight Watchers, I was allowed to have all chicken breast, which is white meat, 0 points. Salmon, 0 points. Shrimp, 0 points. Those are huge things that I can go ahead and eat without even thinking about it. I don't even need to track what I eat when I have those things. So that was a huge game changer. Fruit, 0 points, like all fruit. bananas, strawberries, blueberries, mango, pineapple, 0 points. All vegetables, 0 points. So, you know, black beans, kidney beans, turkey meat, 99% turkey breast, like ground turkey meat. That's 99% fat-free. Oh my word, I'm saying that terribly, but you all know what I'm talking about. 0 points. So it's really a game changer to me, and that is why I chose to go on this program, because I knew without fail, even if I had 0 points left for the day, I could go eat something. I could go have an apple. I could have a banana. I could have a bowl of fruit and not feel any guilt because it's 0 points. It's very important that you have go-to meals, full meals. For me, one of those is turkey chili. It's 0 points. Turkey breast fat-free, 99% fat-free is 0 points. Black beans, kidney beans, 0 points. Now, do I put cheese on it? No, of course not. But I'll sprinkle some onions in there. But if it's hearty, I make it very hearty and it fills me up and it's warm in the middle of winter. It's a wonderful thing. That's one of my go-to meals. I know if I need to have a 0 point meal, that is one of my go-to meals. And I'm going to go into, in another video, some of my absolute favorite go-to meals and give you the recipes. Some of them really aren't recipes, but I'll just tell you how I prepare it and things like that. So that will be a follow-up video to this one. That's one of them. So I'm excited about that. Number 4 is, if possible, have a buddy to go through the program with. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't be successful if you don't, but it's so much better if you have someone to commiserate with, or if like for me, it's my 2 best friends. We started it together and one of them is still very much on it. The other one is kind of on it. She also just eats really healthy, but it was just so nice when we're going through it. We could text each other and be like, you know what? I weighed myself and I didn't lose anything this week and I'm so discouraged. Or we would cheer each other on. You know, one week I would lose more than I thought, and the other week they would lose more. And we would just be like, yay, you. If possible, have somebody that you can go through this whole thing with. But let me say, if you do not have that, do not use it as an excuse to not do the program, some kind of program, because you can absolutely do this on your own. You can. I have done that as well. One of the things that has helped me throughout this is when I have certain cravings. Now, thankfully, if I have a sweet tooth kind of craving and I want something sweet, I can always go get fruit and that will give me that sweet tooth. So that has been huge to me, and I eat a lot of fruit. So that is good. But sometimes you just are like, I want chocolate or I want this, but you have no points available, or you want to save those points. So what you can do is, first of all, sometimes you're thirsty. So it's very weird. I've actually had this where I'm like, I just want something to eat. I want something to eat. And then I go instead and I get a big old glass of water and I drink it down and I don't have that craving anymore. It was just, I was dehydrated. It's very strange. Someone told me that one time and I didn't believe them. And then I did it and I was like, you're right. All I needed was something to drink. It was just, that's weird to me. But anyways, take a big old glass of water. But the other trick in this is go brush your teeth, because sometimes you just need to take that taste out of your mouth. I don't know what it is, but sometimes I just want something sweet when I'm done with lunch or dinner. And sometimes, you know, the fruit isn't cutting it and I want to eat the cake that's sitting there because the rest of my family is not on this program. But if I go brush my teeth, like, yuck, the thought of putting cake in my mouth. Now, some of you are like, I don't care. I'm going to eat the cake, even with the minty flavor in my mouth. I get it. But for me, it does help. So to get that craving and that taste out of my mouth, I will go brush my teeth. Or sometimes you could just have a tiny piece of cake, like this small piece, and just be like, okay, I just want to get the flavor. Then go brush your teeth, because you got to get that out of your mouth. So you're not feeling like, oh, I just want a little bit more. No, go ahead and have the tiny piece, but go brush your teeth, so get it out of your mouth. Number 5, this was a game changer for me. Now, you guys know coffee is just like heaven's nectar. I love coffee and I can't live without it. Halfway through this, I did half and half, just regular half and half, but I cut it down to 1 cup a day, but I had regular half and half. And I like a lot of cream in my coffee. It's just the way I like it. I don't particularly need it really sweet. I will do Splenda. I know it's not healthy, but we pick our battles, so don't judge me on the Splenda, please. But half and half was definitely killing me because I take 4 tablespoons, 4, into my coffee. And sometimes it's more if it's really strong, like Starbucks. Oh my goodness, their coffee is so strong that it's like, I don't know, half a cup. It's terrible, I know. So I have tried fat-free half and half in the past and I just couldn't do it. But I forced myself to try it again, and I tried it and I tried it, and I have now changed my taste buds to like fat-free half and half in my coffee. So here's the difference. 4 points was the regular half and half. Well, 4 points, I get 23 points in a day. So if you're gonna take 4 of those away just for my morning cup of coffee, 1 cup, that is a killer. So I switched to half and half, it is 1 point. Oh my goodness, I could have 4 cups of coffee and still have the same amount of points. So, which I don't most of the time. I usually have 2 cups of coffee. So that was really literally a game changer because now those points could be actual food and not something I'm drinking. So I know, game changer, but switch to fat-free half and half if you can. If you do it black, oh my word, blessings to you. I wish I could go black coffee, but I just cannot do it. I can't do it. I don't know why. I can't. Number 7, you need to find go-to meals that you can have at fast food restaurants. It is possible. Now, this is another one of my follow-up videos that I'm going to do. I'm going to show you what I eat at different restaurants that are fast food and what I like to eat. There's some restaurants I don't even go to anymore, like McDonald's. It just turns my stomach to eat some, I don't know why, I can't handle it. But there are several fast food restaurants that you could eat horrible at, but you can also eat very good at. So I'm going to go through some of my favorite ones and tell you exactly what I order and the points value to that. So stay tuned for that video. I have to go to all these restaurants. What a horrible thing. So, okay, number 8, always have healthy food options available to you. So I work full time. I have to make sure when I go to work in the morning that I have all the food available to me to get me through my lunch and a couple snacks, you know, in the middle of the morning and then in the middle of the afternoon between lunch and when I leave work. Because I work at a school, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know, because I posted on Instagram how bad it can get. Like the week before Christmas, there was junk food. Oh my word, there was candy and cookies and toffee and fudge coming into the school almost hourly. And it was just like, oh my word. And I just kept posting it going, I can't handle it. So I didn't touch any of it. I was so proud of myself, but it's really hard. But what helps is I had options. I had some fruit I could go eat, and I just kept not looking at it. I'm like, I can't eat that. It's not worth it. So I made sure I have healthy, hearty options that fill me up but don't give me a whole bunch of points. So that's very, very important. I encourage you to constantly have something in your purse that's available to you or whatever. Just make sure it's always available. Number 9 is to have a mantra that you can say in your head whenever you're really having a struggle. And we all have those times, no matter what. I know that you may be looking at me thinking, okay, she was so successful, it must be easier for her. No, I'm 52 years old and I have been overweight since pretty much after I got married. I mean, I always struggled in my weight, even through high school. I thought I was fat. I wasn't. No, I was not fat. I was a cheerleader. I was not fat. But I was always the bigger girl. I was never that tiny little, my daughter is a tiny little thing. I've never had her figure. So it's hard for me. I get it. And so having a mantra that you say in your head sometimes can help me. So I have a couple mantras. I'm looking at this because I want to read it correctly. You ask yourself this question, is this, and then enter the food in your head, is this piece of cake worth it for me to be fat? And I know that sounds harsh, but this is what I was saying to myself, and I'm allowed to say what I need to say to myself. But so is this candy, is this French fries worth it for me to be fat for the rest of my life? Because that's the choices that you're making every time you put those things in your mouth. If you've thought them through and you've planned and you've worked out the points and you know that it's okay, it's within the points, then go for it. Absolutely go for it. But if you know it's not, and you're going to know, you know if you should have it or not, there's no question. Say to yourself, is it worth it? And I think you're going to be able to talk yourself out of it. That is something that has really helped me. Now I have another mantra. If I eat this, I am going to feel bad, and I don't want to feel bad. So that is something that I say in my head all the time. I will wake up. Those of you who have been on programs probably have felt what I'm feeling right when I do this. I wake up every morning. The first, which is so sad, and I'm hoping that this changes, the first thing in my head is, did I eat good yesterday? And especially before I went to bed, because I struggle right before bed. I just want to munch on anything I can munch on. That I don't want to have that mantra and I in my head at that time, but I want to be able to say, yeah, I did. I ate okay. I don't want to feel bad. So I will literally think about the next morning where I can go, yeah, I did. I ate really well. Yay me. Pat myself on the back. And then you can also ask yourself, will eating this make it longer till I hit my goal? So, and probably the answer is yes. So those are mantras that I keep saying in my head throughout whatever it is. Like, is this worth it for me to be fat? That's the hugest one in my head. Is it worth it? It's not worth it. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to swallow it, and it's done. But the damage it does to my body goes far longer than that taste that I had in my mouth. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Number 10 and 11 were probably my biggest mind shifts that made the biggest difference this time around, and why I've stuck on this the longest I have ever stuck to any program. And I'm still on it, and I'll give you my numbers in a little bit. So the first one is, if you go off the program, so when I go off my diet, so Christmas Day I went off it. Some days I just go off it. Like my brain just does not function well. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm eating the Chick-fil-A fries and the chicken because I don't care. I'm going to eat it. And I do it. I've done it. Of course I've cheated. Okay. But the mind shift is this. I don't go, well, it was lunch and I ate terrible, so I might as well eat terrible at dinner too. That's what has made the biggest shift in me being able to stick to this program. My mind says, all right, damage is done, but I don't have to have future damage for dinner. So I am going to have, if I can, a 0-point dinner. Or I just have a very low point dinner and I stay very careful. That is huge. I don't say to myself, well, it's not worth it to stick to it. Today's shot, I might as well eat more. I don't do that anymore. I just make my brain go, nope, right back to my program. So I hope that makes sense. But that was a huge game changer for me in sticking to this program for more than a year now. So And then number 11 was probably well, I know it was. It was the absolute reason why I did not stick to the South Beach diet the first time. Besides it being very restrictive and cutting out food groups, I did not set goals beyond what my first goal was. Now, when I did it, I was just like, I want to be skinny. That's what I want to do. I want to be skinny. I didn't think healthy. I thought skinny. So my mom was getting remarried and I wanted to be thin or at least smaller at that wedding. And so in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. And it kept me going. But guess what? I never set a goal beyond my mom's wedding. I went to the wedding and then I went off literally that day. Now, it wasn't like in my head, like I'm going off this now, but it was like my brain just made a shift and I had no willpower and no drive to keep going from that point. First of all, I didn't have that. Plus, I had restricted myself so much that I just was like, give me all the carbs, let me eat them all. That's all I could think about. So this time around, have set smaller goals. So first it was 10 pounds, then it was 20 pounds, then it was 30 pounds, then it was a date, and then it was, the 50 pounds. And I have future goals in mind. Now, the Weight Watchers app absolutely helps you with this because they give you little yay points and yay happiness things to tell you, they cheer you on. Having your buddies helps you get through it. When you've hit a milestone, you're like, yay! But it's not like, yay! Now let me eat everything in sight. It's yay! Now let's keep going. That was a huge mind shift to me. I need those goals. Those are the 11 things that have made a major difference this time around in losing weight. Now let me tell you guys some numbers. Okay, so when I started in January of 2018, I think I started like January 3rd. So we're almost exactly at the year mark. We're a little past it now. I weighed, this is so hard. Can I just say, any of you who have a substantial amount of weight to lose know that you don't want anyone to know what that number is. I know. I totally get that. You don't want people to know how much you weigh. Even people who are not overweight don't want people to know how much they weigh because it's a personal thing. We're afraid to say those numbers. Well, here's the thing. There's always someone who's going to weigh less than you, and there's always someone who's going to weigh more than you, usually. So we need to just stop worrying about the number. We all have different numbers because we all have different bodies, and that's okay. So I'm going to tell you my numbers. Okay. When I started, I was 51 and I weighed 253 pounds. Absolutely the heaviest I had ever been. So in a lot of the videos that you guys saw in the beginning, so at the beginning of my channel here, my first videos, that's what I weighed. I weighed 250 pounds, between 50 and 53, somewhere in there. I was the heaviest I'd ever been. Sometimes I looked thinner because what happened was I learned how to do my hair and my makeup to make myself look better. But the rest of my body did not look any better. And I carry most of my weight from my waist down. So I'm just definitely that pear shape. So I weigh 253, but you can see it in some pictures. I'm going to try to find some pictures. I will tell you, I shy away from pictures. Anything full body, I just don't. So there's not a lot available to me because I do not like them. So, but I will try. Right now, I am at the 200 mark because I've lost 53 pounds. That's like, yeah, I'm so excited to see something. So excited for that. I weighed myself this 2 days ago. I have hair in my mouth. I weighed myself 2 days ago and I'm now past New Year's and things. So I was like, how much did I had only gained a half pound. So I'm actually at 200.5. So how much do I want to lose? I am not going to give a number to that because I don't know. When I was in high school, weighed 250 pounds. Sorry, no, I didn't. When I was in high school, I weighed 150 pounds. And I felt huge then, but that's because I'm next to a girl who weighs 110 pounds. So that's just not fair. I just do not have that 110-pound body. I never did, except like maybe at birth. I came out at 110. I'm sure I did. And then it was just uphill from that point forward. So I would love to say I want to get to 150 pounds. I don't think that that's logical, being that I am now 52 years old and I've had 2 children. So that just doesn't seem logical. So right now I'm thinking another 30 pounds. That would bring me down to 170. I am just going to see where I am. I will also say, this video is so long, I'm so sorry, but I have so much to tell you. I will say I did not exercise throughout any of this. And I know that that is not the best way, but the way I could handle it. And so we all pick our battles. I needed to pick the food battle first and learn how to make that just be without even thinking. And I'm to that point where I can eat almost without tracking my points. I know pretty much what I can eat and how much and everything like that. So that's really not a big deal anymore. Now I need to add in the exercise. And if you guys watched my year of habits that I'm going to do, you know that right now I'm in the middle of doing yoga for the month of January. And I'm gonna put that video right here so you guys can see that, because a lot of what I'm doing during this year is about weight loss and healthy living and things like that. So January, yoga. I'm in the middle of that. I'm not sure if I'm liking yoga. I'll let you know at the end. And February is weight training. And I'm hoping I love weight training and that I see a difference and I will keep going throughout the year. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and just definitely getting my body more in shape. Well, in shape at all, because it's so not in shape right now. So I might be a lot less weight, but I'm certainly not in shape. So that's where I'm at. It has been a hard journey this past year, and it has been a fun journey. I'm gonna get emotional when I think about where I was a year ago. I was not very happy with myself. It was really hard to start. And I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person anymore. Oh. Sorry. Okay. So, if you are at the beginning of this journey, please know, I know how it feels. When you're 253 pounds, everything hurts. You don't fit in a chair in a theater very comfortable. You have a hard time walking upstairs. You feel like everyone's judging you the minute they meet you. You just feel like, okay, all they can see is my fat. Being on YouTube was a challenge, thankfully. And I think I've said this to you guys in my original one where I told you what program I was going to go to. I'll link that right there so you guys can go back to that. I told you that it was easier for me to be on YouTube because I do carry my weight on my waist down. And so I'm always, my waist up to you guys. I'm hoping, the yoga video will show, I'm going to have to be doing yoga in front of you guys. So I'm forcing myself to do those kind of videos because it's hard, because it's full body stuff, and I struggle with that. So I'm telling you all this because I want to encourage you specifically. If you are the one that is looking at this video saying, I have so much to lose, I can't do it, and I'm so tired of trying. I get that. I totally get that. And I would encourage you to find a program to start. Try Weight Watchers, even if you did it before, because I did Weight Watchers before. Do it again. Do it with this new program. But if Weight Watchers is not it, I mean, I'm not sponsored or anything. If you can do whatever program, but choose one that you can stick to for the long haul to make it a life change, not just a diet, but a life change. So, okay, I'm sorry. I knew I'd get emotional. It's an emotional thing because it's such an all-consuming thing and it's hard. So I encourage you, if you need encouragement, write a comment below. If you want questions answered about Weight Watchers, if you want to know what I eat and certain things, questions below. I will do those 2 follow-up videos of what I eat at restaurants and my go-to meals, which is kind of what I eat in a week. So you guys, I will do those videos. I'm working on them. I do not film very well doing food. I've realized that. I don't know. We'll work on it. I'll try to make it be aesthetically pleasing, but we'll see. I am not a food channel. So guys, this was a very long video. Thank you for staying till the end. And I just encourage you to keep going. I appreciate you guys. Some of you have sent me such sweet, sweet comments on my other videos, just encouraging me. You have no idea what that means. You have no idea. Just when there were times that one of you would comment right at the right time and just saying, Bobby, you look great. And it just is such an encouragement. All right, so this video is very, very long, but I hope that it was an encouragement to you. Thanks guys so much for watching till the end. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, go ahead and do that. And you guys, if you would give me a thumbs up on this, it really does help my channel. I will see you in the next videos. God bless.